Welcome to Bleacher Report's recap of the WWE SmackDown Go Home show before Saturday's King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. This week's show featured the final SmackDown matches in the Queen and King of the Ring brackets to determine who would advance to the final round this weekend. Tama Tonga faced Randy Orton, while Nia Jax took on Bianca Belair. Additionally, Bayley battled Chelsea Green in singles competition, and Cody Rhodes had another confrontation with Logan Paul to hype their title bout. The final SmackDown before the PPV opened with shots of various superstars arriving at the arena before the show. In the first match, Nia Jax faced Bianca Belair. They took in the reaction from the crowd before locking up. Jax immediately took control and began tossing Belair around the ring. This was a classic irresistible force versus immovable object pairing. Jax is one of the most physically imposing women in WWE history, and Belair is one of the strongest, making them two of the only people who can offer a believable challenge to each other. This wasn't a fast-paced affair, but they took the time to sell everything and spaced out the big moments well. Belair kept trying to go for the KOD, but her injured knee wouldn't allow for it. Jax was able to take advantage of the injury and hit her finisher for a clean win. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory hosted an episode of The Grayson Waller Effect. They were trying to bring out someone else, but Carmelo Hayes showed up. Waller ended up agreeing that Hayes would be a better guest than LA Knight, so they welcomed him to the ring. Hayes tried to pitch an alliance before Knight made his way out. The Street Profits eventually saved him from a 3-on-1 attack. A 6-man tag match got started after we returned from a break. Hayes and Ford started things off with a nice exchange but quickly tagged out to Knight and Theory. This was pretty standard stuff, but everything was executed well. The heels played their part, and the babyfaces were getting consistent pops from the crowd. Ford scored the victory with a huge frog splash. Paul and Rhodes had their final confrontation before the PPV. A ref found a pair of brass knuckles in Paul's pocket after he claimed not to have any. The next matchup featured Bayley facing Chelsea Green in a non-title bout. Green took control almost immediately and showed a lot more aggression than usual as she dominated the champ until a commercial break. Bayley used the Rose Plant to get the win when we returned, but Piper Niven attacked her before she could even get to her feet to celebrate. The former leader of Damage Control now found herself the victim of the numbers game and was left lying in the ring by the former women's tag champs. The match itself was relatively simple, but the post-match attack instantly made Niven look like a potential contender for the belt.